400 million years ago, the Earth was hit by a gamma ray burst that wiped out 2/3 of all living things, the end of the Ordovician era, and now the gamma ray bursts are hitting Earth again. Whether humanity can escape, the film assumes a distance of 150 billion miles from Earth, two shrunken stars orbiting each other. The two stars are so dense that they orbit each other with a gravitational pull 4 billion times stronger than Earth's. They eventually crashed into each other, triggering a terrifying gamma ray burst. The energy released by its collision is greater than the energy of the entire galaxy. The intensity is even comparable to the Big Bang. As strong light shot out of the explosion, gamma rays travel at the speed of light for 200 years and quickly reach Earth. 10 seconds before the gamma ray burst hit Earth, the space station was the first target. The gamma ray burst first knocked out the station's power system. Astronauts became the first victims. Then there's Earth's first line of defense, the atmosphere. The atmosphere has always guarded life on Earth, protecting us from the harmful effects of solar radiation. But in the case of gamma rays, it's not just any radiation. Its speed of light carries millions of electron volts. This huge amount of energy is concentrated in this beam of light, and the impact is equivalent to that of a 1 megaton nuclear bomb exploded in 1 square mile, producing a force 100 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb. When gamma rays pass through the atmosphere is instantly destroyed. At this time, Europe, Africa, and the Middle East are facing the rays, and these regions become impact zones. When gamma rays arrive, if people look straight at them, they will be permanently blind. Cell phones will lose signal and cars will be out of service. The electromagnetic pulse caused by gamma rays caused a massive short circuit. Soon, people in the impact zone fell down, curled up in pain, and some even died on the spot. Some may struggle, but death hangs over them. Gamma rays, also known as ionizing radiation, can damage body tissues, leading to organ failure and death. Even people hiding in buildings are not immune because gamma rays are extremely penetrating, and even people in planes and submarines are not immune. Maybe the miners, working thousands of feet below, can survive the shock, but they don't know what's going on. When they come to the surface, they will find that outside has become a living hell. Over time, they must find food to survive, but this food has already been contaminated with radiation. Gamma rays produce toxic isotopes in the food, and when the miners ate them, they faced only death. Soon, almost all humans in the impact zone were extinct. In fact, not only humans, but all kinds of large creatures on the bottom of the sea can also die from organ failure. On the vast African savannas, bad luck has also befallen the mammals. But to our surprise, insects are the biggest winners. They have a great ability to repair damage. They can resist extreme radiation, and they survived. There's no doubt that the impact zone was devastated. But what about the impact zone's edge? Because the Earth's surface is rectangular, gamma rays must pass through a thicker atmosphere to reach it. So people there have a better chance of surviving. It may be years before they suffer from cancer, but at least they can survive for a while. A week after the shock, the non-impact zone was also hit hard. The electromagnetic pulse produced by the gamma rays not only destroyed the power in the impact zone, but also caused the global power grid to crash. When the power was affected, many countries completely lost power, as if they had returned to 100 years ago. Water supplies, medical food, and production were devastated, leading to despair, a series of conflicts, and a precipitous decline in civilization. When the effects of gamma ray bursts pass, humans face another new radiation danger, ultraviolet light. The Earth has just experienced a gamma ray burst that has caused massive damage to the ozone layer. Normally, we don't get UV burns because the ozone layer protects us. Now all the ozone in the impact zone has been destroyed by the gamma ray shock. The impact zone has 0% ozone, but the non-impact zone still has 100% ozone. But as the air mixes, the amount of ozone in the world will be reduced to 50%, which will lead to a significant increase in UV intensity. People exposed to the sun for 10 minutes can get severe sunburn and can die within hours. People had to cover themselves up or live in basements. Over time, the intense UV rays can also kill phytoplankton at the surface of the ocean. They are the bottom of the marine food chain, and once they go extinct, the marine food chain will collapse, and all marine life will be extinct. What's more, without the protection of the ozone layer, agriculture will also die out, and livestock will also not survive, resulting in large-scale famine. 50% of the population in the non-impact zone was killed, and the closer you get to the equator, the stronger the UV rays. Similarly, the closer you get to the poles, the weaker the UV. The final survivors begin to migrate towards the poles. At the North and South Poles, it might allow them to lead relatively normal lives. But years later, on this wasteland, an acid rain, rich in ammonia, acts as fertilizer. And acid rain can also purify the atmosphere itself, so that the ozone layer of the atmosphere has been improved. The recovered ozone layer effectively withstood the damage of ultraviolet rays. The marine ecology began to recover, and the Earth's ecology began to rebuild. Everything seems to be going in the right direction. But 5 years later, humanity began to die off en masse. It turns out that the collision of the two stars also produced a wave of high-energy particles. It just travels slowly, reaching Earth years after the gamma rays hit, just as the planet is recovering. America became a new impact zone. This wave of impact, the Alcyon layer was destroyed again. The Earth's last living things were wiped out, and plants were completely wiped out. But some insects survived because of their ability to resist radiation. Only they survived to the end. This episode ends here, although this is a disaster documentary, but it could teach us more about the limits of Earth and humanity. This film, we can get more reflection from it. We should protect our living environment in order to live happily on the Earth. We should take good care of the environment and start from small things. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.